Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up
pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Marvin Hall brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Zach Cunningham.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Right back to Sanders on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Jonathan Jones.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll run with Sean Wilson, the former Duke Blue Devil. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Now it's Jackson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. A give running left, it's Sanders. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A gain of 12.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Cowboys.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
42-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he's got some space here. 20, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
The score, Steelers 14, Cowboys nothing. Bradley.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Oh, boy.
15 yards on the play. First down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got the rookie from Florida. That's Van Jefferson with it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Minshew, 1st and 10. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Gardner Minshew hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to keep it again. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
40-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson going for the deep ball. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Play action. Now Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
I'm highly favored. Don't want to play me. No conversation. Ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma go out one for the set. Boy, till there's nothing left. I'm on one to the wall.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll run with Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. First carry for James Conner. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw it. Minshew got an open man. Keelan Cole. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's a 27-yard line.
Now Minshew. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Minshew. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Pro Bowler Chris Jones able to work his way in and record the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Minshew sets to throw. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
23-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew, the throw taken in by Cole. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Xavier Woods.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his first career NFL touchdown. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. And Minshew will throw for it, being chased out left. And that is incomplete, but there's a flag down. So let's see what we've got. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down.
Now Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They're on the stop.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Miles Sanders with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jayon Brown in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
20-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Minshew. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target, but now it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Jayon Brown. And the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game.
Is a turnover on downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Steps away. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final score, Steelers.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.